In the personal story segment tonight, the battle between House Republicans over health care. Will they be able to reach a deal and bring a final plan to a vote? Joining us now with reaction from Washington, Congressman Chris Collins of New York and Congressman Duncan Hunter of California. Thank you for joining us, Congressman.
Good to be here.
Congressman Hunter, let's start with you. You like this plan, and tell me why.
Because this is going to save America. I mean, that's to put it very simply. It's Obamacare, which is totally failing, or doing this. This is a good bill. It's going to save taxpayers money.
Congressman, there is another alternative. There's a plan that's more acceptable to, let's say, let's call them more conservatives, who would say that this looks a lot like Obamacare. In fact, there's a big group that Donald Trump won. It's called the 50 to 64-year-olds and the over 65-year-olds, low income, and they get destroyed with this bill.
No, they aren't. Here's what has to happen. There is no insurance market with competition. It's gone. Obamacare killed it. It's going to take a few years for that market to come back so that insurance companies can start competing for your business, so that prices go down, quality goes up. That's going to take a few years. So, I mean, that's the off-ramp here that we're doing, where we are subsidizing this. There's still a 0.9% tax on high earners, like Congressman Collins here. That's still going to be in there. We got rid of the 10 essential health benefits that were mandatory. Those are all gone now.
Guys, I get it. I read this bill. But here's the thing, and Congressman Collins, you can weigh in on this. It doesn't do anything to the total cost to lower income, middle, and lower class Americans. Because here's what happens. Even if you get the premiums down, their deductibles go up. And this is the exact same problem I had with Obamacare and a lot of Americans have with Obamacare.
Well, let's start with this. When we remove $800 billion of job-killing taxes, fees, and penalties, all of a sudden the economy starts growing for that reason and that reason alone. And all of a sudden incomes go up, more money's coming in, people are coming off of the entitlement programs. The second piece of what we're doing is fundamental undoing of all those $800 billion of taxes, fees, and penalties. We don't talk enough about that.
I get that, but you're not addressing the real issue, the cost of health care and the cost of health insurance. This bill does neither one of those. You introduce competition across state lines, but you can't do that right now.
Well, we can't do it now, but we will. When we eliminate the essential benefit package, which, by the way, will be left up to states. Just to be clear, New York has 42 essential benefits. This isn't going to impact New York because New York made that choice, but other states?
Yeah, but you're still not. Here's my problem. So everyone says, okay, wait for phase 3. That's when we're going to remove that state line restrictions to sell health care across state lines. The problem is, what do you need in phase 3? You need 60 Senate votes in phase 3. You're never going to get 60 votes.
Well, I don't know that I would agree with that. Once we're done with Obamacare, because that's what the Democrats are fighting for right now, once it's done, and it will be done, 6 months from now, they're going to work with us. I believe they're going to work with us as we move into our phase 3, but we don't have any choice. We can't do it under reconciliation. We know we get no votes now. So for those people who are impatient, here's the thing. This is it. We're voting tomorrow. It's a binary choice, and as the President said, if it goes down tomorrow, we have Obamacare with all of its problems that he's going to move on to tax reform.
Congressman Hunter, that's not actually a bad strategy. Then let it go down, let Obamacare collapse on itself, and then come back and say, we will bring a bill, a health care law, a bill that actually
will not get past the Senate. This does something.
But now that needs 60 votes. This is our only bite at 51 votes. This is it.
Everybody has great plans. You probably have a great plan.
There's another option.
And I agree with you, too. We have a president now.
Let the Democrats eat it, sir, Congressman Hunter.
But they won't. We're now the governing party. We can try to blame Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama all day long, and some people will listen. But America's going to say, we've trusted you. You've got the White House, the House, and the Senate.
Congressman, you guys are 2 congressmen who are going to go up and try and get reelected. And what if, like I said, this massive group of Trump voters is going to see extreme.
I don't think so.
In both of these cases, they go from $1,700 a year under Obamacare to $14,000 a year.
This is going to be disruptive, Eric. This is going to be disruptive, and what you just said is not going to happen. I don't think that's like the CBO scores.
I'm not making it up, Congressman.
But here's the thing:
I'm not making it up. It was scored by CBO.
We have a Republican president finally, and he's promised to fix health care for the American people, and tomorrow he's going to deliver on that promise. It's that simple.
Congressman
Brian,
Collins,
President
Trump wants to deliver on that. He's a deal maker. He probably will get this deal done, but he's been given a bill from House Speaker Paul Ryan that, frankly, is a lot harder to sell than he thought it was going to be.
All right, Brian, there's $85 billion that's going to the Senate to reduce the premiums on the pre-Medicare 50 to 64-year-olds. That's not scored by the CBO because we've given them the pot of the money, and the Senate's going to do it. We're not leaving the pre-Medicare individuals. We're not hanging them out to dry. Won't happen, but what I can tell you, if we're stuck with Obamacare, that's a tragedy for America, and it's going to be a disaster.
Again, that's that false choice. I mean, there is that other plan.
Choice.
Well, Rand Paul would suggest that you repeal Obamacare and then you move on to taxes and come back with your replacement bill.
Obamacare because we can't get 60 votes.
Well, if you say it's a pure repeal of Obamacare, you'll get about 60 votes out of 216 in the House.
Hey, here's what we're doing, Eric. We are doing what we can do at this point in time,
right.
and this is the path forward. The other paths you're talking about,
but let's just
those
talk
are la
about
la
one
land
more
paths.
thing.
They
One
do
more
not
thing,
exist.
and I'm not making this stuff up. I'm a conservative. I want Trump to do well. I want him to put a health care plan that works. But my problem is when you do this plan, 52 million people will not have insurance.
That's
26 million
that's
more than
baloney.
Obamacare.
Not going to happen.
The CBO can't forecast how many people are going to be able to buy
Only time will tell.
better
I'm not
insurance.
making
It's
the
not
numbers
gonna
up.
happen.
The CBO,
No, the
who's
CBO.
nonpartisan CBO.
The CBO has
who comes up with these
Obamacare numbers wrong too, though.
It's not going to happen.
And I'm supposed to trust you. I love you.
Yes, absolutely.
Listen,
absolutely.
I love you, but with the American people, we have to see it. We're from Missouri.
We'll revisit this in 4 years, Brian.
Eric, gentlemen, thank you
Eric.
very much. Coming up, chaos erupts within the House Intelligence Committee.